Good morning. Last week in Vietnam, Canada showed itself to be a hard bargainer at the Trans-Pacific Partnership talks. Now it will have to repeat the feat, but with a tougher audience, the United States. North American Free Trade Agreement talks resume in Mexico City later this week, and sources tell the Globe that Canada plans to stand firm against U.S. protectionism. It may give, however, on matters of red tape, e-commerce and coveted access to the dairy market. This is the Daily Politics Briefing newsletter, written by Chris Hannay in Ottawa and James Keller in Vancouver. If you're reading this on the web or someone forwarded this email newsletter to you, you can sign up for Politics Briefing and all Globe newsletters here. Have any feedback? Let us know what you think. Story continues below advertisement. We've launched a new top business evening edition newsletter providing a summary of the biggest business headlines of the day. Sign up for it and more than a dozen other Globe newsletters here. Today's headlines: in the Philippines, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says he raised the issue of human rights abuses in a meeting with President Rodrigo Duterte, something Donald Trump did not do the day before. Mr. Trudeau was not, however, able to solve the problem of thousands of pounds of Canadian household waste that is sitting floating at a Philippine port. AGF Management, a seller of mutual funds, has reached a settlement with the Canada Revenue Agency for tens of millions of dollars based on how the company handled its money with overseas subsidiaries during a time when Finance Minister Bill Morneau sat on the board. More than 50 criminal defense lawyers are urging Ottawa to rethink how it approaches impaired driving when recreational marijuana is legal next year. The government is rushing toward a self-imposed deadline of July, but there is still considerable debate about how much THC, the main psychoactive component of cannabis, would make someone impaired, or even how to test for it. The group of lawyers say in their letter that the proposed limit of 2 nanograms is too low and would unfairly sweep up medical users, who they argue are affected differently. The tenure of former BC Premier Gordon Campbell is the subject of a new book, with more than a dozen academics evaluating his time in office. Mr. Campbell was elected in 2001 when the BC Liberal Party came to power, serving until Christy Clark succeeded him in 2011. The book's editors begin by describing him as an accomplished leader who had a vision for the province, but also one who was obstinate, impulsive, and even detached. Mr. Campbell says the authors are entitled to their opinion. He just wishes they had contacted him for the project. Calgary City Council is considering spending another $2 million to study a potential bid for the 2026 Winter Olympics. The city's Calgary Bid Exploration Committee has put the eventual cost of hosting the Games at $4.6 billion, but warned of potential debt and did take a position on whether it would be worth it. Story continues below advertisement.